So Donald Trump is an enthusiastic fan of waterboarding. Now, during a rally in Columbus, Ohio, Donald Trump had told the crowd, in response to a question about bringing back waterboarding, he said, "Oh, you bet your ass I'd bring back waterboarding." In fact, let's listen to him say it.
This morning they asked me a question. Would you approve waterboarding? Would I approve waterboarding? Yeah. Would I approve waterboarding? And I said, well, let me ask you a question. On the other side, they chop off our young people's heads and they put them on a stick. On the other side, they build these iron cages and they'll put 20 people in them and they drop them in the ocean for 15 minutes and pull them up 15 minutes later. Would I approve waterboarding? You bet your ass I'd approve it. You bet your ass.
You bet your ass I'd approve torture. I'm Donald Trump. Seriously, you realize that the Constitution, the thing that you're supposed to swear on and protect, right? That actually forbids the usage of punishments that could be seen as cruel or unusual. But hey, you know what? That's okay. When it comes to Donald Trump, he's going to defend this because, well, it's not as bad as what they're doing. I would approve it. Because he says that, okay, for first he says it works, right? That's what he says. Well, the waterboarding works. But even if it didn't, which it doesn't, I'm okay with it. Because even though it's bad, what they're doing is actually worse. So at the end of the day, that makes it good, right? That's the Donald Trump argument in a nutshell. Now, I thought the whole goal of supposed enhanced interrogation, that's what waterboarding belongs to, but it's actually torture. I thought the whole purpose of it was to get intelligence from enemy fighters. I thought that was the whole purpose. To get actionable intelligence. But as the Huffington Post notes, that the Senate Intelligence Committee reports have actually showed that the use of waterboarding has only produced a yield of debatable intelligent claims at best for the CIA. Debatable intelligence. I don't know. It could have been useful. Maybe after the fact. That's debatable. Really. What's not debatable is that it's torture. And here's what torture does. Torture gets people to admit anything in order to make the torture stop. And usually, it's what the torturer wants to hear. Waterboarding, I mean, look, what's waterboarding? It's essentially a simulation of drowning. You're getting people to feel like they're drowning. To get it to stop, well, you will tell them anything they want to hear, whether or not it's the truth. We did that. It didn't work. You know why? Because they told us everything that we wanted to hear and not the actual truth, just to make it stop. That's why it doesn't work. Now look, ISIS actually is drowning people, right? They're drowning people, they're setting people on fire, they're beheading them, they're doing all sorts of horrible things, right? But just because they're doing that, does that mean that we get a free pass to torture? Do we get a free pass? Do we do the very things that they do? The things that we demonize them for? Is it okay for us to do them because they do? Even though we call them out on doing those horrible things. How dare you do these horrible things? We're going to do horrible things to you now. That doesn't make it right. Two wrongs don't make it right. I thought we're supposed to be the good guy. I thought we're supposed to not be the torturers. We're supposed to be better than they are. Aren't we supposed to fight them without becoming them? Isn't that what we're supposed to do? Now, look, as I said, I know some people will make the argument. Hey, man, what do we care about them? They're terrorists. They would kill us. Well, that's very true. That's true. And look, I certainly don't feel bad for every terrorist that we kill. I don't. But see, this is about more than just revenge. This is about more than just killing the bad guys. Well, this is about principles. I thought we as Americans, we're supposed to have principles. We as civilized society, we're supposed to have certain principles. And if we don't follow those principles and we start doing what they're doing, how does that make us better than what they are? We're supposed to be better than them. That's why we don't torture, or we shouldn't torture people. Now, I know we do, and I know we have. Does that make it right? Should we be the ones doing this? I don't think we should. I think we should stick to our principles and not torture. As I said, if we really do want to fight them, then we should fight them without becoming